Do you know how many people will die from suicide this week? The number is staggering. 3 today, 3 tomorrow, 3 the day after that. A grand total of 21 people will die from suicide over a 7-day span. That's pretty scary. You know what else is scary? High school students are among the highest risk population for suicide. Look, suicide's not much fun to talk about, but it's really important that all of us understand a few things about it. We're Gahtah. The name stands for Give a Hand, Take a Hand. We're a group of Perry High School juniors and seniors who are working with the Lake County Suicide Prevention Coalition to raise awareness, improve understanding, and hopefully save lives. Did you know that there are certain things that can make a person more at risk for suicide? It's true. Let's take a quick look at some of those things.
A family history of suicide, access to guns, a significant loss, being the victim of bullying, an alcohol or drug problem.
Depression, the biggest, baddest risk factor when it comes to suicide. So, we can't talk about suicide without talking about depression. Let's start with what depression isn't.
It's not being stressed, it's not giving up, it's not sitting alone in a corner.
Depression is an illness, a serious illness, an illness that, well, kind of goofs up the wiring and chemistry in the human brain. The bad news is that when depression goes untreated, it can get ugly. Depression can mean horrible, endless emotional pain. The good news is that depression is very treatable, and that treatment is very available here in Lake County. So what causes depression? Well, lots of things can, and I mean lots. Sometimes it's just good old genetics. Depression can run in families, but then there are things like having issues at home, bad grades, broken relationships. Whatever the cause, what really matters is that you understand a little bit more about what depression looks like. So if you see these signs in yourself or in a friend, you can do something about it. Remember, depression is a very treatable illness, but before it can be treated, it needs to be recognized. Like other illnesses, depression has symptoms.
Weight gain, weight loss, sleep problems, being tired all the time, sadness, feeling helpless or hopeless, losing interest in the things you like to do, not being able to concentrate, self-injury, withdrawal from family and friends, irritability, being cranky or picking fights all the time.
These signs can lead to thoughts of suicide. Think about that for a minute. Suicide is permanent. That means depression can be a fatal disease. That's why it's so important that if you see signs of depression in yourself or in a friend, you tell a trusted adult.
Not tomorrow, not next week, today.
Although every situation is different, most suicides don't happen without warnings. If more of us know how to spot these warning signs, we might just be able to help save lives together. So, here are some of the most important suicide warning signs.
Previous suicide attempts, a cluster of the depression symptoms, unmotivated, irresponsible, or uncaring behavior, dangerous behaviors, high-risk sex or binge drinking, disturbed eating patterns, self-injury like cutting.
If you spot any of these warning signs in someone, please tell a trusted adult.
Giving away my phone. Hook me up if interested. Dude, why are you giving away your phone? Are you getting a new one? Are you selling it? Nah, just giving it away. Don't need it anymore. You're kidding. What's going on with you? Susie and I broke up. Nothing has value to me anymore. Just don't need it if I can't talk to her. I'm worried about you, man. You're so lonely lately and acting different. Well, don't tell anyone. I just want to get rid of my phone. That's all. If you see any of these symptoms in anyone you know, go to the guidance counselor immediately.
Did you see that Chris was trying to give away a special item? That's one of those big old warning signs we talked about. And Chris's friend Dale refused to promise not to tell anybody, even when she started saying things like, "I thought you were my friend." That was a smart move. When somebody's life is potentially at risk, you can't afford to promise to keep secrets. And Dale went to find a trusted adult, like the guidance counselor, to talk things over with. You know what? In this case, Dale might just have ended up saving Chris's life. So if you see depression symptoms or suicide warning signs in yourself or in a friend, please tell a trusted adult.
Not tomorrow, not next week, today.
One last thing. If you have an interest in becoming involved with Gahtah, please let us know. You can stop and sign up in your nearest guidance office.